We cannot lecture nations around the world about how they handle policing, and we have an inability of handling in our own nation. All policemen are not bad. Most policemen are not bad. But all of them are not right all the time. And when they're wrong, they must pay for being wrong, just like citizens must pay when they're wrong.
All right, folks, the Reverend Al Sharpton speaking over the weekend at the Greater St. Mark's Family Church in Ferguson, Missouri. Welcome to Gimme 5. That's not a terrible statement that he made, but of course he's assuming, I believe, that this police officer was wrong. And the evidence that we're hearing and seeing and that I've heard seems to point the other way, except for about 3 people who said he was shot in the back, and we know that that's not true. Anyway, here's more.
Looting is wrong. We condemn the looters. The family stood with us Tuesday and condemned the violence and the looting. There's a difference between an activist and a thug.
Between an activist and a thug. Good, I'm glad he said that. I'm glad he said that. More.
Some are taking advantage of the outrage, and we will condemn that. But when will law enforcement condemn police that shoot and kill unarmed young people?
All right, folks, this unarmed stuff, and I'm not only talking about this case. Unarmed. If you hit a police officer, if you threaten a police officer, and if the police officer doesn't know if you're armed or unarmed, it doesn't matter then. That not that it doesn't matter, but it's a whole different ball game. Your cop doesn't know. This police officer didn't know Michael Brown was unarmed until after the fact. How would he know he's unarmed? He didn't search him. More.
Ferguson happened in the context of many questions, and they all can't be right. When do you say, wait a minute, somebody got to be held accountable? There must be a process, there must be an investigation, but you can't start by trying to act like they're innocent at the end. They're innocent to proven guilty, but you must have a fair and impartial investigation.
There are 3 investigations going on. Which one is not fair and impartial? How does he know? How does he know? He doesn't know that one is unfair or that any are unfair. Now, get a load of this. We talked about this yesterday. Get a load of this.
First of all, if this is the young man, y'all quit trying to exaggerate. That was shoplifting, not robbery. There's a difference between a shoplifting and robbery. Robbery, you break in, stick something up. Shoplifting, you take some cigars.
Oh, so it was shoplifting, not robbery. Oh, this is the definition of Al Sharpton, the man who changed the definition of racism to what he saw fit. Now it's, let's get this straight. This was not robbery, it was shoplifting. No, shoplifting to me is when you take, you got a basket and you put something in you. Not when you are caught and then you push the person aside and then he runs after you and then you come back in and push the person again. That's called strong arm robbery. I'll take the police's word over Al Sharpton's word on that. And big deal, whatever it's called. It's still against the law. Not robbery, it's shoplifting. He ought to be ashamed of himself, but he's not on the Steve Malzberg Show.